Hello guys and welcome to Laravel 7 tutorials. So guys, in the previous video we successfully implemented our user panel layout using our admin dashboard layout with the help of copy paste. Okay, so guys, in this video we are going to implement the create functionality for blogs, but this time it relates to user dashboard or user panel, or you can say a basic user creating a blog. Okay, so guys, once again this time we are not going to create this functionality once again, but this time we are going to use our existing create functionality related to blogs, and we are going to make a separate route so it is not related to the admin dashboard or admin creating a blog. Okay, so just stick with me and let's start without wasting any further time. So let's move. First of all, I'm going to start my project right here, php artisan serve. That's it. Now I just want to show you something, so I'm going to create a user as well. So let's access our database and let's run our project F5. Okay, so home, let's try to log in, but this time I want to create a user, a new user, just for the testing. I just want to show you something. So let's create a test, and first of all let me show you that without logging in I can access this page, because these user related dashboard or user panel pages are not in the middleware of auth. Basically, if a user isn't authenticated, she can access these pages because these routes are not inside the middleware, the auth related middleware. Let me just show you. Okay, so these right here, so these are accessible for now. Later on we are going to implement the middleware and we will move these routes to its perfect position, but now for now we can leave it right there. I just wanted to show you something with a different user. So I'm going to create a test at gmail.com, let's say, and password would be 1234 1234. Once again, my very secret password. Sorry guys. Okay, let's register, and now you can see basically whenever we are going to register or log in, we are simply going to move to admin related dashboard. We are going to fix this, but for that we need our user relationship with roles, and since we haven't created it yet, so we are going to do it later. I just wanted to tell you that whenever we are going to log in the later part of the video, when we have our user specific roles, we are going to check for the roles and redirect them accordingly to the user dashboard or to the admin dashboard. Now let's move forward, and I just want to show you the difference between the routes. Okay, from right here, admin can create blog. You can see the route right here, create blog. Now let's move to user dashboard. Okay, let's move to create blog. Right here you can see the difference is right here, user create blog. Why did I did that? Like creating a separate route for a same for hitting the same basically method and basically accessing the same layout, basically this create blog and the admin related create blog page are exactly the same, but we are accessing it using a different route right here. Why? Because I'm just talking here right here, I'm talking with respect to the future. Okay, because we are going to do that. Okay guys, so what we are going to do is later on I am going to implement a middleware, a custom middleware. Okay, and after implementing that specific middleware, a normal user won't be able to access any of the routes of the admin dashboard pages, okay, or admin dashboard routes. A normal user will not be able to access all these routes that are related to admin dashboard until or unless I specifically define a route that would be accessible by a user and as well as the admin. But for now I just wanted to give you the hint that we are going to do that. That's why I'm creating a separate page for this blog that is related to user panel, and once again we are going to create the blog using a different route other than this one. Let me just show you. Just keep that in mind. Okay, so that's why I'm doing this because in the later part or in the future we are going to implement the middleware and a normal user won't be able to access these pages. If let's say if the middleware part was not there, we can simply use if and else condition to show and hide data based on the user role. Just keep that in mind. Okay, so I just wanted to let you know that this is the reason we are creating the separate route, because after implementing the middleware, a normal user won't be able to access all these routes. That is the only reason I'm creating the new routes right here. Okay, and these are related to admin dashboard, guys, so just keep that in mind. Okay, let's move forward, and right here I just want to show you that first of all let's change these icons right here. So let's do that, and for that I will move to resources, views, layout, user panel, layout, sidebar, and view site. Let's change it to FA, let's say I, and from fab to fes. Okay, let's see what we have now. Refresh. Okay guys, so now it looks way better. Let's change this create blog as well, create blog icon. So let's change it to FA, and let's say plus circle. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, it's changed now and it looks way better. Okay, so now I just wanted to let you know, guys, that in order to be able to make this create blog page working, we need a different route. So let's create it. First of all, let's access the create blog blade so we can see the difference. Okay guys, so first of all we need a URL so that we can create our blog using an existing method of create blog. So let's do that. For that we need to create a route. So let's move to web.php, and here I'm going to create a route post, and extension would be, let's say the URL prefix would be user and then create. Okay, it doesn't really matter. Sorry, Control Z. And once again guys, I'm going to use, that's what we are talking about from the beginning of the video, that we are going to use the exactly same controller and the exactly same method for the user dashboard as well, but we are accessing it using a different route, basically different routes. So once again, that's it. Now everything looks perfectly fine. Now let's move forward and let me show you the exactly same route for this one. Blog backend controller, sorry, not backend controller, but it should be blog controller. So blog controller, in the CRUD portion related to blog, right here you can see blog create, and right here is the specific controller, specific method for creating the blog. So right here the difference is the route right here. That's it. So now let's move to this blog controller. So let's access it, blog controller. Let's move down, and I just want to show you that we are hitting this specific route. I'm just going to DD so that we are sure and you don't have any sort of confusion. Okay, request all, that's it. Do a refresh. I think I haven't changed the route right here. Yeah, exactly. So we need to do that as well. So I'm just going to copy the route from here and let's paste it right here. That's it. This is create blog related to user panel. Just keep that in mind. Refresh once again. Now let's submit this without entering any sort of text. Let's create it, and now we are able to see that we are successfully hitting the specific method, which is right here, the create for the blog. Okay, so we are successfully hitting this one. Now the basic difference between the admin related create blog page, the view, and this user related blog view is we don't have any sort of checkbox representing the publish of the blog. Let's say if a normal user is going to create a blog from here, this blog isn't going to be available on the front end of the website. Why? Because it is going to be on the admin dashboard for the admin approval. Basically we are going to show all the awaiting approval blogs in the awaiting, let's say we can say awaiting approval blogs list or something like that. But let's say if a user is going to create, we are going to create it in the database but with the active 0. How can we do that? Let me show you guys. Let's say if I'm just going to show you what we are having right here in this active. First, let's see what we have in the request $request active. Absolutely nothing. We don't have it because we don't have this request active in this form. So let's see what we have now. Refresh. Let's try to create once again. Create. Okay, so it's null right here, as you can see, as expected. So now let's move forward, and now with the help of null we are going to get 0 from here. Let me show you. dd active. That's it. Let me see the active. What's inside the active? It's 0. Absolutely. Okay, so I just wanted to let you know that we are going to have 0 because this request active is never defined in this form. Basically we removed it. So every time we are going to receive, when we are working with respect to the user panel, we are going to receive a null right here, and with the help of null we are going to set 0 in the active right here. So everything remains the same. It was just the basic difference. Basically with the help of a different route we are hitting the exact same method that we created. That's it. So let's create a blog so there is no confusion left. Let's move, and sorry, not this one, sorry guys, user dashboard, let's say, and I want to create a blog, and this time I created a user. Let me just show you blogging, and just so we are sure that our user is created. Let's say this user role is something else, a basic user, let's say. So let's create a route. Sorry, not route, blog. Sorry guys. Okay, programming, and let's say new blog, and let's say some image 2, let's say just okay test. We don't need to put a huge amount of data right here because we are going to migrate our tables again once everything is working perfectly fine. Okay, so let's do the create. So our blog is created, as you can see, success, blog created successfully. Let's move to the blogs, and right here you can see our blog is created, and here we have a user ID of 2, which is different from the previous user. Why? With the help of this, I'm getting the current logged in user ID. So in case if it is going to be a normal user, we are going to get a normal user ID, and then we are going to check the roles based on his user ID. So let's move forward, and our create functionality is working perfectly fine, and these are the basic differences. These were the basic differences that I wanted to let you know, because now everything seems perfectly fine. And one more thing guys, just to let you know, I am talking with respect to future guys. Here for this specific user, let's say if a user is logged in and his ID is 5. Now here we can display all blogs that relates to specific user where ID is 5, basically the current logged in user, okay, whoever it is. So what we can do is we are going to create 2 links right here. For the one for the awaiting approval blogs, here user can see the blogs that are on halt because the admin didn't give the approval, or he hasn't checked it for the publishness up till now. Other than that, we can have one more link where we can display all this specific user related blogs which are published. Okay, so that is going to be a read functionality right here. But for the update guys, I'm not going to implement the update right here. Why? Let's discuss this. This is the main important point that I wanted to discuss with you before moving forward. So guys, we are not going to have the update functionality for right here. Why? Because let's say a user is creating a blog and he has created a blog successfully. Now that specific blog is on the admin dashboard waiting for the admin approval. Now let's say admin has approved reading the content of the blog, admin has approved the blog. Now it's published to the front end. Now let's say if we create update functionality for this normal user or basic user, what he can do is he can basically change the content of the blog, and which is not correct. Why? Because a normal user can do anything to our website, like he can put some unnecessary links like nude images, etc. So we don't want that. We want admin to be in control. That's why I'm not going to assign the update functionality for this user right here. But what I'm going to do in the later part of the videos, when we have our awaiting approval links right here, okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to create update functionality, but it will be limited up till the admin has approved that specific blog. Let's say a user has created a blog and now it's in the awaiting list. Okay, now in the until the blog is in waiting list, what we can do is we can give this user a chance so that he can update his blog. Okay, now once the blog is approved, this blog will move from a waiting list to the published blog, and there we are not going to assign him the option for the update functionality. So that's how I'm going to encounter this situation, and I hope you guys basically I'm just making sure that you guys can understand it better. That's why I'm explaining it I'm taking a huge amount of time, like 4 to 5 minutes. But guys, please note this because it's worth it. Okay, just wanted to let you know that this is how I'm going to figure out, I'm coming up with a solution for this problem. And one more thing, I'm not going to implement the delete for this specific user. If you want, you can, because now you know how can you implement the CRUD using Ajax. So you can do that, but I'm going to restrict it to the restrict the delete for the user. Only admin can delete, or if you want to, you can implement it on your own. And for the update functionality, we are going to implement it up till the blog is approved, a specific blog is approved. Okay, so that's it from this video. And guys, in the next video we are going to implement the user relationship with roles. Okay, so next video is going to be very interesting, and I hope you guys are waiting for that. And after that we are going to implement the middleware, and after that we are going to implement the remaining pages once everything is sorted. Let's say if a user is created, he will be redirected to user dashboard, and if the admin is created, he will be redirected to his separate admin related dashboard. So just keep that in mind, and in the next video we are going to implement the user and user and roles relationship. So I hope you guys liked the video. If you liked it, please like, subscribe and share. Thank you, take care, and yes guys, be ready. Okay guys, take care.